Hello there from Energylandia in Zator in Poland. I hope I've pronounced that right. Well, here we are, Energylandia for the first ever time. The park has been open since 2014, and pretty much every year since then I've been tempted to come. This park has rapidly expanded over the last 6 years. There is 15 roller coasters in this park. I cannot wait to experience all of them and just see what this park is like. I'm most excited for Zadra, the new RMC that opened last summer, that was supposed to open this year, but they opened it early. But also there's Hyperion, the park's Intamin hypercoaster, which is, I think, the second tallest roller coaster in Europe. That opened in 2018. So I've had a very keen interest in visiting, especially from 2018 onwards. Mark's with me again once again, and we've got to pop to guest services first. The park have offered us free tickets for today and the opportunity to film some POVs. Well, the weather's taken a bit of a turn for the worse. We're now inside the park. It's not the best start to a vlog on Pleasure Beach Experience YouTube, but I did the intro outside the park, then we went to guest services. The park have provided us with permission to film POVs, which is most appreciated. They have also given us tickets to the park. They've given us some freebies too, including a rain mac, which I really need to get on because he's chucking it down. The good thing is, Mark is leading the way. He seems to know where he's going now.
No idea where I'm going.
No idea where you're going.
I'm just following the pathway and Zadra that way.
So yeah, we've come the wrong way again. So we're going to do a bit of walking and talking, which will be shaky.
Down here somewhere, Zadra. So.
I've not had you in the vlog yet.
No, good to be here though, isn't it? Let's be honest. I'm excited to get on the go over there, but I'm excited to get on the final RMC that I need to get on in Europe.
Yeah,
so.
Definitely. And today's a day of 300 creds for us both.
300 creds.
You're a couple ahead of me though.
9 to go.
9 to go.
9 to go. So obviously it's not going to be Zadra.
No.
Might lean towards Hyperion.
Yeah.
Being 300.
Makes sense. So what we've
can't be a wacky worm, can I? Let's be honest.
Well, I think you should, because you just go for shameless creds.
Yeah, I mean, what was your milestone coaster? Oh, some wacky worm in Energylandia. So, it doesn't have quite the same appeal as a Hyperion, so.
Not really. So this park is a little bit of modern day Vekoma land. We got Formula there and the RMF coaster, I think it's called, in the background, and an Intamin water coaster. So Moya Formula is a Vekoma launch coaster, I believe.
Yes.
I think one of their more modern launches again. So now we're going on the underpass, which takes us to Zadra. We spoke to the staff at guest services. They did say to us, the weather's not going to be very good today, but there's not going to be many people here. So do you know what? Bring on the rain. I don't care as long as we get all the creds. Hopefully the POVs won't suffer too much, but we'll give it a go and see how it goes. Anyway, time for Zadra, the RMC. Hopefully it's not going to be a fine crushing merchant. Let's see how it goes. Here we go on Zadra, Energylandia's RMC. Front row POV. You ready for this?
I'm excited, here we are at the top.
Wow, what a view. Fine checking. Here we go!
Here we go. so good, man.
Oh my goodness,
So good.
that is the best RMC so far.
Behind
What a way to complete the European set. I'm smiling. This is me, Scott, Mr. Moan about RMCs. Don't RMC convert things. They hurt my thighs. Don't do it. Well, guess what? That was brilliant. So that's now 3 RMCs that I've really enjoyed out of 4. So they must be doing something right, in my opinion, because I'm enjoying them a lot more than I used to and perhaps than I expected that I would do originally. I just don't know what to say about it that we didn't say on the POV. It's just magic. It's just so good. If you're a bit like me and you've been on RMCs before and you think, oh, they hurt my thighs, because the airtime's more floaty than ejector, it's more bearable, it's very twisty, inversions are good. Overall, very, 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 very good roller coaster. Now before I go to Mark, because he needs to pick himself up from being all excited and rolling around the floor like a big excited child because he's just loved it that much. No, he's running around to do another go again. I have to say something. The lockers. We were warned about locker faff. My goodness, talk about locker faff. It took 15 minutes for us to use a locker because they weren't working. They weren't accepting card payments. Well, we've only got cards on us, so we couldn't use the cards. And then when we collected the stuff, it didn't recognise the band to collect them, so we had to wait another 15 minutes to get our stuff back. So we're now just going to keep the GoPros on all day in case we have any more of that. Now Mark's back. You happy then?
So good, man. That is so good, so good, so good. It's got inversions. It's got superb airtime.
Yes.
It's got everything you want. It's got great transitions. Absolutely brilliant. Loved it. From the moment that you crest that massive hill.
It looks like Cheshire.
Yeah. It's just so good, and the hang time when you're coming over the stall is just, it's brilliant. It really is. You're just not in your seat.
No.
Words can't describe it. That is simply incredible. It is easily the best RMC in Europe, without a doubt.
No doubt at all.
No doubt about it, easily the best in Europe.
Wood steel and RMC. Now let's go and ride an SLC.
Yes.
Or something else. Let's go.
Let's go.
Before we move on to the next roller coaster, I just want to have a general look at the area around Zadra. It is actually Oktoberfest here at Energylandia. So that's what the music is doing in the background, let's say. But just a general look at the Zadra area. It's absolutely stunning. It's just so nice. We've gone from RMC to shameless credits now, but we've just figured out that there's like 2 or 3 other credits in the same area as Zadra, so we thought we might as well get them done now rather than going, oh damn, we missed 3 coasters on the first hour we were here, or whatever it is, time kind of wise. Cred's a cred. Mark's disappeared over the top of the lift. There we go. Shameless cred time. This roller coaster is called Draken. I think I've pronounced that right. There we go. Oh, it's not going to make it. We've already spoken about Energylandia's rapid expansion since the park opened, and already they're looking at building new rides, they are building new rides, sorry. There's 3 new roller coasters opening next year, and in the background there we can see a Vekoma Boomerang, a Vekoma Shockwave in the distance, a disco. There's just so much expansion at this park. Also on the way in we saw some more Vekoma track for what appears to be what is going to be a mine train ride. In this area alone you're going to have another Vekoma Boomerang, which the park already has one of, but with a different layout by the looks of it. There's going to be the Vekoma Shockwave, which is a new kind of double launch from Vekoma, and a modern day Vekoma mine train. It truly is Vekoma land at this park, but that is really not a bad thing on the basis of what we've seen lately. Next up is Formula, a Vekoma launch roller coaster, which I've been really excited for. Don't know what Mark's expecting from this one.
I don't know what to expect, to be honest with you. See what the launch is like. Looks to be some airtime on it as well. A couple of inversions, so we'll see what it's like.
Should we go?
Yeah, let's go.
Because there is no queue. It's today's theme. No queues at Energylandia. Although Mark looks confused.
I am slightly.
Slightly confused. Why? What's up?
Locker pickup it says round there, but I don't know if that's just pickup or drop off. Locker faff.
Locker faff. Should we go and find out?
Yeah.
I do feel like we've come the wrong way, because I mean the on-ride photo thing's there.
Well, it only says exit that way.
Oh, I've no idea. We had good reason to be confused there because, well, the entrance is kind of obvious when you actually look for it. So we found the entrance now.
Yeah.
So we go and do it rather than walking up the exit looking for lockers that we can't get to.
There, lockers.
Lockers, let's go. Locker faff.
There you go. Like a trying to get the stand later in there.
Yeah. Here we go, Formula. Been looking forward to this since we got here. Hey! Fantastic.
That was ace, that was ace.
Wow, another fantastic Vekoma roller coaster on this trip. Mark, what do you think of that?
That was ace, that. Wasn't quite sure what to expect from the launch, but it is a great launch, to be honest with you. Some really good pops of airtime on it, inversions, brilliant. I genuinely loved it. You know, Vekoma really have upped the game.
They have, haven't they?
It's just been great.
What about the locker system? Is it just me or is it winding you up as well?
It's just a faff, like, it seems to be like you've got to get to the closest terminal to your locker to allow it to open because it doesn't open anywhere else. It's just a bit of a faff, to be honest with you. It's even faff like putting your stuff in when it's in the queue line and everything. You just get like, it's just a genuine faff, to be honest with you. I'd sooner have one like just where you just put your money in or something like that, or you other ones at Cedar where you just
yeah, exactly. Move it from area to area.
Yeah.
Someone commented on Twitter saying, oh, they've got the best locker system in the world. And then I've seen other people say it's a terrible system. It's somewhere in the middle. It's just annoying. It's just really annoying. And a minute ago, I got that annoyed with it. I had to walk away and come back a minute later because it was just, well, I don't have any patience. So I just had to leave it for a minute. Formula was a coaster I was excited for. Modern day Vekoma, thought give it a go. So I remembered that Pleasure Beach were looking at Vekoma launch coasters when they got Icon, so it was interesting to do it, and I expected the launch to be like Icons, where it's a little bit tame, let's say, but no, it really packed a punch. It was excellent, airtime, inversions, very forceful in places, very, very good, very happy to have finally got on a coaster I've been looking at for a while, and interested in following the progress of, really. Again, like I said yesterday when we were at Energylandia, We need more of them. They're really good, these modern Vekomas. Next up, it's another Vekoma roller coaster. This time it's the RMF Dragon roller coaster, which is a family SLC. No, it's not an SLC because it doesn't go upside down. It's a family suspended coaster. There we go. Made by Vekoma. Let's go. There we go on the Dragon coaster. Well, here we have two excellent examples of Vekoma goodness. In the distance there is Formula, and the green coaster is the RMF Dragon coaster, which is a Vekoma suspended coaster, not an SLC like I tried to call it when we were going on it. That was just me being a dafty.
It's good, that, you know. That was really, it really was good. It was quite forceful as well for a family coaster.
It was.
You're going through some of them helixes. It was good. It's nice. It was smooth. It was just an enjoyable coaster. It was ace.
Totally agree.
Let's go, mate.
Spin it to win it.
Spin it to win it.
Something Energylandia.
Something Energylandia. There you go.
Thank you. A book.
A book.
And here we have the world's smallest log flume. You just know I'm going to get wet stood here, don't you? Maybe not. I'm not even sure me and Mike could make a splash on that one. There's Sharky, it's just like in George. But yeah, that is the world's smallest log flume, I'm sure of it. We are still struggling to find our way around this park, but we've managed to work our way around to the next Vekoma coaster, which is a family boomerang coaster, which is called Boomerang roller coaster.
Boomerang.
So what I'm trying to do, because Mark's currently on 297 credits,
That's correct.
I'm trying to work it out that Mark's 300 is either the Revercon spinner or a Vekoma SLC.
Not happening.
Not happening.
Not happening. It's going to be Hyperion.
What happened to Cred's a Cred?
Yeah, there is that, but not for 300 or 200 or 100, whatever your milestone is. Can't be an SLC. I'd be devastated, man.
Devastated. Right, let's make it happen. Or the wacky worm.
No chance.
No chance, right. Shall we go and do this boomerang?
Exactly, yeah, let's go.
Let's go. Taken our ride on the Boomerang coaster, which was really nicely presented and a fun roller coaster. Now it is another roller coaster that will be very familiar to us, but from a different manufacturer. It's like a Revercon spinning coaster, but an SPF Visa roller coaster. And the reason I'm filming this dragon kind of character is because I wanted to mention it looks really good, and I was supposed to mention that first, but there we go. There's many of these layout coasters with this layout I should say, around the world, but this one has over the head restraints, which is why we've not done a POV, because we would have been filming pretty much basically the fiberglass car because it's so high at the front. But this is probably the worst coaster of the trip so far. The only good thing about it is the station is themed like a Viking boat. As well as having 15 roller coasters, Energylandia has a fair amount of water rides too, including this Intamin, I think it's a super splash or water shoot type of ride, which is would be a super soaker with a full boat, I'm sure. But there's not many people riding it today because it's not quite the warmest of days here. But the SLC makes a nice backdrop for it as well. Next up is a bit of a classic really, Vekoma SLC. It's not quite Mark's 300th coaster, unfortunately. But this is a Vekoma SLC, which is actually one of the newest Vekoma SLC coasters. It's only a couple of years old. So even though it's got the classic track design, it's not a classic because it's fairly new. But also the area of it, which is what's in front of us here, is really, really nicely presented. Got a nice little fountain there. But you just really can't fault them. They've just put so much effort and thought into each area of the park. I'm not sure why they've decided to build one of the classic SLCs, but Mark, it's not quite your 300th coaster, but still it's got to be done.
Got to be done. Looking forward to it with it being a new style.
Yeah.
Can't be any worse, can it?
No, well, it's going to have new trains on it compared to what we're used to, isn't it?
And if it rides like any of the others that's here, don't think it'd be too bad. I may be proven wrong, but who knows? Who knows?
Right, we'll try and get front row.
Yes.
Try and get another POV.
Yep.
And a step closer to 300 for us both.
Exactly.
Let's go. There we go.
There we go. SLC time.
That's not me screaming, by the way. $299 down, one to go.
One to go.
One to go. What is going to be your 300th credit?
Hyperion. Looking forward to it as well.
Not the wacky worm then?
No.
No.
No wacky worm for me.
I'm sad that the SLC wasn't your 300 because I know that you really enjoyed it.
That was dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. I prefer over-the-shoulder restraints on it as well.
What?
Honestly, it would be less uncomfortable than that train was.
What made it so bad for you?
I don't think that the vest restraint worked very well on it, but also like the actual seat itself just dug into the back of my leg.
Yeah.
And it was just uncomfortable the whole way around. Just did not enjoy it. I just wanted to get off it, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, when we went down the first drop, I felt almost the same. I was just like, oh no, it's going to be no different.
No, it wasn't. It was worse actually.
It's worse.
Worse.
I don't think it's quite the worst SLC, but it certainly didn't feel. I think once you've done all the nice Vekomas here, you certainly can tell that that's an old school design, even if it is a fairly new coaster.
Yeah, agreed. It's not the worst. Second worst that I've ever done.
Second worst. And what is the worst?
MP Express, or whatever it's called.
Movie Park Germany.
Movie Park Germany that you can look forward to, and I'll film off ride.
Well, hopefully that day will be closed due to high winds or something, even if it does mean missing out on a credit. So let's talk about your coaster count. We're going for your 300th.
Yes.
I'm lagging behind a little bit because you went off riding Wacky Worms the other week.
Yes.
Hyperion then, front row is the aim.
Front row is the aim.
What are you expecting from Hyperion?
plenty of airtime.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to look at that dive loop is on the turnaround, see how that works.
Yeah, definitely.
But plenty of airtime, plenty of it.
Should we go and do it?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go. That is amazing. So we have just taken a front row and a back row ride on Hyperion, and honestly I've not stopped smiling since the go at the front row. It is up there in my top 10, quite possibly in my top 5, quite possibly in my top 3. It's absolutely incredible. Airtime after airtime after airtime after airtime. It is just so good. And I wish I'd done it sooner, do you know, it's just so good. I'm so happy that it's a good coaster. As soon as we pulled up here today in the car park, I was looking at it going, you know what, that looks quite good. It looks better than it does on pictures and videos. Now I've been on it, just wow. Oh, it's so good. I can't even think of words to explain how good. So I'll ask Mark.
Don't go get many words out of me other than that. That is an excellent coaster. That really is. When you come down that first drop and it's just like you're just not in the seat, and then you come up and into a big airtime hill, into the turnaround, and then little bunny hills and everything. It's just so good. It's so much fun. It's literally, you know, it's a good coaster. It's like we're just going around on the back row now. And that was just incredible. Absolutely incredible. It's definitely top 10, top 5 material. That is such a good ride, and I've got to be honest with you, it's better than Zadra.
Oh, aye.
And everyone knows how much I love my RMCs and that, but that is better than any B&M Hyper. It's just incredible. It really is so much fun.
Definitely. Gotta say, I probably just about preferred the front row. The back row was epic, but the front row, I think because it was the first go that we did, probably a bit sentimental in that respect, that we did that first go, and honestly we went over the second hill, the first airtime hill. I was like, well, it was nice knowing everyone. As I came out of the seat that far, I was just like, okay, where am I going here? I'm not scared of falling out of rides because I know that it's not really possible, but I ejected that far off the seat. I was just like, okay, where am I going here? It's just so good, so good. And it's walk on as well, but we've got a vlog to film because otherwise we'll be lapping it for the rest of the day. There's no doubt about it. So I think there's about 6 or 7 credits to go. Time to go and get them. Here we go, another shameless cred. They all count though.
Cred's a cred.
Here we go. Most shameless roller coaster I've ever been on. I have never been on anything as shameless as this. But it's on RCDB, so it had to be done. It's getting faster. Best cred in the park. It's time to do Speed, which is the water coaster. Now I've actually changed my top for this. This is largely because I've watched POVs of this ride, especially theme park reviews, and it looked like they'd got pretty much the Irish Sea in the bottom of the boat by the time they got back to the station. So I am not taking that risk with the clothes I've been wearing all day. So we brought spare clothes for this reason. This is my 300th coaster as well. It had to be a water ride, didn't it? It was just fitting, really. It's time to do Speed. Change your clothes. We're gonna get soaked. We're gonna film on it. Hopefully it'll be a good POV. Hopefully it'll be a good ride, and hopefully a fitting 300th roller coaster. But I'm a little bit nervous about this lift hill platform, which you'll probably see when we get on the ride. It looks a bit odd, let's say. But let's do it. Time to go. Time to get wet. Here we go. Speed, the water coaster. My 300th roller coaster, and it's an Intamin. And it is going to be moist. It also has a scary single platform to take us up to the height. We're already getting splashed. Oh my goodness. This is absolutely terrifying.
Nervous. Very nervous for this.
Are you actually bricking it a wee bit? Because
yes.
I am. Oh no.
I am bricking this, mate. Oh.
Where's the end? There is no end.
There's no happy ending.
Yeah, but like, where is the end?
No idea, man.
What?
Oh man.
Right, I am exceptionally nervous. We are being lifted up by a T-trolley.
It's tilting.
And it's tilting. What? Oh no.
What is this, mate? What is this?
Well, that's a nice view. Oh no. Oh no. Here we go! It's quite chilly and we've not even hit the water yet. Oh heck. Oh no. Oh no. Oh dear, here we go. We're gonna get soaked. No, we're not.
I'm alright.
I'm alright.
I'm alright.
Yes. Got away with it. All that getting changed for nothing.
Alright.
There it is in the distance. Speed. With its rather interesting lift hill or lift mechanism, let's say. That's my 300th credit. My 301st credit will be this ride here, which is known as Happy Loops. Now, before I do a full review on speed, we'll come round to Mark. We're back in our first day regalia, you could say.
Yeah.
Because we didn't get as wet as we thought, but
no.
Still worth changing.
Better to be safe than sorry.
Agreed.
But speed was alright, you know.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I'm itching now to do the one at Energylandia, the tallest one in.
Only so you can add it to your count.
Yeah, probably. But all in all, speed was good.
Yeah, it was.
You know, I mean, something along those lines anywhere else. Great coaster, great credit.
Potentially one of the best rides in another part, really.
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. Obviously, you've got the lazy river to start with. The lift mechanism's a bit
terrifying,
because especially when you have to pass the other boat and you start tipping a little bit to the right, and you're like, yeah, this doesn't feel right. And after that, it's fantastic.
Totally agree. We're not going to do the other water rides, are we?
No.
Not feeling it, really.
It's not feeling it. Obviously, it's a big park.
It is.
It's a lot of credits. If we wasn't flying back tomorrow, we'd possibly do them tomorrow.
Yep.
But I can't see us doing them today.
Agreed. 300 credits, finally! Happy to have finally got there. Not a bad one, really. It was a decent coaster. It's thrilling, it's definitely intense. And honestly, I thought we were going to get absolutely soaked. I thought it was going to be like a Scott and Mike mega wave kind of thing, but we got away with it. We really got away with it. But I think a PBE big boat, and we might be talking about some serious wetness. You never know, we might do an event here in the future. It has been looked into a couple of times, and now we've got some sort of contact with the park. There's more chance of it happening in 2021, 2022 kind of time. So watch this space on that one. It's a definite possibility, but there's so many parks we can do events at these days. Everyone's going to need a career break if I keep making events. Here we go. Happy, speedy, spinny loops. Not sure on its name. One of these at Great Yarmouth. Here we go on another shameless cred, but they've got to be done. Oh. Out of 15, this is the last credit. It is a, well, it would be a Pinfari Wacky Worm if Pinfari were a thing, but it is like one of their coasters. We're not going to film on this one. We've filmed on a lot of these in vlogs in the last couple of months. But yeah, time to do 15 out of 15. Happy days. Energylandia, 15 coasters in a day. We have done all 15 credits here at Energylandia, and now it's time to return to Zadra or Zadra, the RMC roller coaster. Let's finish the day how we started it, on some RMC magnificence. Here we are. Here we go again, Zadra. And we stopped.
And we're off again.
And we're going again.
So good, so good, so good, man.
It's that brake run so fast. Jeez.
So good.
That is somewhat faster than it was like how many hours ago?
Yeah.
7 hours ago.
That is so good, man. We need a back row ride.
It is actually on some sort of well, it's just mental, let's just say that. That is so good.
So good, man.
Wow, what an absolutely incredible day here at Energylandia. I'll give my review shortly. Let's go to Mark. How's it been for you?
Fantastic.
Come round here because there's a bin in shot. There we go. No more bin.
What a great park. Literally cannot recommend coming here enough. It's just fun, it's vibrant, it's got a couple, 3, 4, you name it, it's got plenty of creds for you, but some world-class coasters here.
Oh, world class.
World class. Without a doubt, you've got Zadra. It's just a phenomenal ride. Words cannot describe them back row rides on that, front row rides on that. It's just so much fun. And you've got Hyperion as well. It's just incredible. And literally, like, when you're walking around and you can't not have a smile on your face when you're doing it.
Agreed.
Got some cheesy music, yeah, that's probably going to be stuck in my head for about 3 or 4 weeks, I think.
Especially when I keep sending you on Facebook.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just been like, it's just fun. It's just been a great day, and I cannot recommend this park enough. It's just brilliant.
What is the best roller coaster here?
Oh, yeah. I don't know, you know.
Don't know is not good enough.
I said Hyperion earlier was better than Zadra, but we just done them 5 rides then on Zadra at the end, and it's incredible.
Just the 5 rides?
At the end of the day.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we just did the 5 rides, just coming back round, and I'm sure Scott will say, like, when he's running round to get on the another train on the RMC, you know, it's a great ride. It's just, I don't know. I'll have to have a think about which is the best out of Hyperion, and we only managed to get only a couple of rides in on Hyperion today, compared to the 8 on Zadra, and that's just because the other end of the park. The only downside is when you come to this park is it's not the easiest to navigate.
Agreed.
We've sometimes gone down a path, and then at the end it's a dead end. That's the only drawback to this park. You've like plopped a coaster in and gone, how am I going to get round it to get to the entrance? But overall, nah, this park is phenomenal. It really is.
Well, you answered the question before I asked it, which is all good. So to finish on a high, because I know that you're happy and you've enjoyed it.
Yes.
Away from Zadra and away from Hyperion, what are the reasons to come to this park?
Formula is good, and it's got an overall mix as well, though. You can come here as a family.
Agreed.
You can come here as a family because there's big family areas here that you can go, and it's just not like a kiddie credit. They've got other stuff as well for families to do. There's flat rides here to do. We've not had a chance to do today. Maybe able to get to do them tomorrow, but it's just there's loads of reasons to come. You know, every staff member that you speak to will help you out. there's a couple of times when we were stuck doing the lockers.
Yes.
And they couldn't come over fast enough to help you and assist you and correct everything. And they'll just open the gate so you don't have to walk around the full 3-mile queue of Zadra.
Agreed.
To get back to it. Same on Hyperion. You know, sometimes like if you wanted to, it's not like at Cedar Point where you get a time limit on your locker. You could literally leave your bag and land Hyperion and Zadra for 2 or 3 hours if you wanted to. There's
definitely
no issue in it. So there's so many reasons to come. Literally, it's cheap. The flights are cheap.
The hotel was cheap.
The hotel was cheap. Everything's cheap.
The hotel was so cheap that we didn't even have to share a room to split the costs in our own rooms because it was that cheap.
Exactly. And you know what I mean? When you get over here, it is cheap, but the spared no expense, the theming as well. How they're doing it, you can see it's a park that's thinking about the future.
Totally agree. So we're back tomorrow.
Yes.
But we're not going to do a vlog, so I will do the final wrap up and swap places with you.
Following on from Mark, what a day. What an absolutely incredible day. Been looking at coming here for a couple of years and I've been put off by a few things. A couple of people said it was a soulless park, a couple of people said, yo, there's 1 good ride, 2 good rides, and that was all. Now what has really made me take the leap of faith was Zadra, or Zadra, however you pronounce it, but also the fact that we couldn't go anywhere else. And it was like, do you know what? Poland is not on the quarantine list. It's cheap. It's cheap again. It's not far to go from the airport, or 2 airports, because you can go to Krakow or Katowice. You can go to either. You can do the part that we did yesterday as well. And I'm wondering why I left it so long, but I'm glad that I waited for the RMC to open. But now I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, there's 3 coasters opening next year. Another 3 coasters. And there's no way that we will not be coming back to do them. So I asked Mark what his favourite ride here was. And I'm struggling because Zadra is amazing and it is those night rides. I wish we could do not night rides, but evening rides on Zadra and Hyperion because you can fully compare them. But I think Hyperion just edges it purely because it didn't need to be an evening ride to be at its best. Now if it gets better in the evening, then it could well be #1 because it was absolutely incredible. But I've never run to do an RMC before. That changed 4 times today. That last hour on it, we did 5 rides, and for 4 of them, I ran round to do it again. With everybody else, we weren't pushing past everyone, it was just like everybody was running. The staff are great, the staff are friendly, it's cheap, it's really nice, it's really clean, it's been COVID safe. The music's good, it's nice and cheesy, there's a nice atmosphere, and I just can't recommend it enough. If you want any tips how to get here, let us know in the comments. I'll be more than happy to give you some pointers if you don't know how to get here. But if you do know how to get here and you've put it off because of quarantine or just because you didn't fancy it, honestly, come and give it a go. It is an excellent park. Can't recommend it enough. It's in my top 10 parks in the world without doubt. We're back for another day tomorrow, but we're not going to do a vlog because I think we have covered everything today in terms of the main rides. There is dark rides, there is water rides, there is flat rides, but if we cover all of those in one vlog, it's going to be like a 3-hour vlog. And I think that we've covered the main atmosphere of the park, but what I will do over time, I will put some videos on of the park, like a park footage, just to show everything else as well. But if there's anything you want to know about the park, let us know in the comments. I'll be more than happy to help with replying. But that's all from me. Thank you for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next Pleasure Beach Experience video.